So it's the morning right now in Japan. The time is about 10 a.m. So it's fairly early. I've had some pineapples. I've had some green tea. I've actually got more green tea. I'll show you the green tea. I have this giant mug that I got for free yesterday. It's like the size of a lot of things. Race it last. Okay. As opposed to first. So I'm just going to be drinking some tea, having a bit of a chat, see if anyone wants to say anything. I don't particularly have... Oh, Sunny Productions, it's summer. I made it. Hey, how are you? Yeah, I wanted to switch up the times, so I thought early in the morning, for me, it's like going to be a different style of people. And obviously the weekend is helpful. Emma M says hi. I'm going to try and pull up the comments on this so it doesn't get too confusing. But, yeah, how's everyone doing? I hope you've had either a good day or you're going to have a good day for the rest of the day. I've just woken up quite early. Called some of my friends briefly. And, yeah, and I'm just here. Hi from Colorado. Yeah, I just wanted to share some positivity, some happiness. See if anyone's got any interesting questions that provoke interesting conversation. Hello from New Zealand. Your films are beautifully amazing. Oh, that's some nice compliments. I basically just went on a live stream just to get compliments, so thanks everyone. No, I didn't really do that, but I'm just going to take a moment to... Oh look, the vegan activist is live apparently. Let's see what it says. Your videos are amazing. We've got Japan mode. Konnichiwa, whoever her name is. So let's just take a... Oh, here it is. Oh, this looks quite fun. So I've become super productive now and I'm doing regular live streams. Live streams are good. I think I finished a video actually, but I haven't uploaded it yet. It's like a little mini thing that's going to be quite fun. Good evening from New York. Your videos are amazing. Hello from New Zealand. Your films are beautiful. Keep up the awesome work. Oh, here's an exciting thing. Everyone's going to be really excited about it, I think. Does anyone remember that video I made ages ago called The Hardest Part About Being Vegan? I think people really liked it, and it was one of those like really enjoyable videos that just help people kind of feel okay with life. And if you remember that video, I thought I want to make another video like that, and I thought how can I do that, and what would that be? So I thought I'll just make the hardest part about being vegan part 2, and I feel like people will be into that. It might be interesting, and it will also just... I made you a video if you haven't seen it yet. You did? Oh wow, I should watch that. Should we watch it live on camera or should I just watch it later? This is my first live chat ever, yeah. You made... Ah! Shafali Shah. You made US time when I visited Japan. How... Ooh, one sec. I'm just going to take a moment to read that comment. But yeah, so I finished the script and about half of the editing for it. Oh, it's Jana. Yeah, UK it's still kind of like just after midnight, isn't it? Like 1 a.m. I'm just having a peaceful kind of morning and sharing it with whoever wants to listen, so 6 a.m. Oh yeah, Emma's early in the morning. Hi from London. Yeah, people stay up late on the weekends as well, don't they? I guess it depends if you have work on Monday morning, but oh yeah, 6 p.m. is a bit more manageable. So yeah, the hardest part about being vegan. Part 2 is happening. What do you think the easiest part of being? See, I want to make that video too. Oh, the easiest part of being vegan is just like everything. Being vegan is it's... I guess the easiest thing is just kind of realizing that you have choice. You have this choice over the actions you take. It's just realizing that you're actually more in control of your than the world's kind of made you believe. It's kind of realizing that once you get into this mindset of like I can do anything and nothing really can hold me back if I really want something, realizing you can apply that not just to being vegan, you know, overcoming all the obstacles, but you can actually apply that to everything that you want to achieve or anything that you want to you know, just kind of like put your energy into. So I think the easiest part about being vegan is it's suddenly just kind of taking your freedom back, and then once you kind of get a taste of like how really like you can do anything, make a video on the infighting. Yeah, I want to do a video on the infighting. I think does everyone think I should start doing more like I mean, you know, like those kind of like controversial topics that are a bit more like, what's the word? I mean, I'm not into those, like watching those kinds of videos, but I feel like I can tackle those kinds of topics with like an interesting, peaceful positivity that might inspire someone. So I think I want to do that. Spice it up, yeah, for sure. I want to spice it up. I mean, I can make anything good because I think it's all just about putting your love into it, isn't it? I'm not really interested in creating loads of silly drama like why I stopped being vegan and killed 7 people and am pregnant with 6 wives, and that's why I'm quitting YouTube for the rest of moving to Tokyo. You know, that kind of stuff. Your films are beautifully made. First live chat ever. Okay, when I visit Japan this fall, how do I get in touch with you? Can you please accept my Facebook friend request if you feel up to it? So with Facebook, I don't actually use Facebook. I might seem like I use it because, I mean, I technically use it to be able to log into my vegan activist account and post videos and things. I'm not very regular with that either. So Facebook isn't a thing I particularly like. Not for any real reason. I just see it as like it's something I've like let go of. Well, that's a good question from TF. Am I doing here? As in the fuck? That's what the TF stands for, I think. All these English abbreviations. Stay away from the drama, they will vamp your positivity. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, I have like very infinite, abundant positivity that can't be taken away. Well, let me just kind of continue on this. So, Shafali Shah, if you want to get in touch or hang out, the easiest way of contacting me is probably on Instagram because I usually go on there at least once a week. YouTube comments / Facebook / anywhere else isn't that good. If you send me an email to theveganactivist@hotmail.com, that'll be in my email, so then I'll find you. But I mean, really, like if you have an Instagram, do the Instagram thing because I can kind of keep on top of that. Otherwise, I mean, if you have Line is the app for Japanese chatting. Get Line and then just add me on Line. I'm not gonna put my line on this, but if you're in Japan, do. Hello from the UK. Hi, I wanted to thank you for turning me vegan. Oh, okay. The fuck am I doing here? Are you enjoying a live stream with the person who turned you vegan, I guess? I guess it wasn't all me, though. My life is starting to get better right now. That's really good. Someone retracted their message. It's always interesting when people delete their messages in chats. It's like, oh. It's still not good because, you know, good old depression. Yeah, you just gotta stay really positive, isn't it? And I think like part of like getting past like being depressed about anything, whether it's like vegan related or just life related or anything, it's to let yourself feel those emotions and not judge yourself and like beat yourself up for feeling sad or like down about anything. Like just embrace that that's actually like a beautiful part of life, as well as you know, just like this rich tapestry of experiences and emotions that we can have. And I find that as soon as I let myself feel sad or angry or depressed, I suddenly don't feel so bad. It's more like when I have this resistance in myself that is like you're not allowed to feel sad or angry or upset or tired. It's when it becomes more of a problem and I can't really deal with it. So I think that's oh wow, Race Levers deleted lots of comments. Have you been blocked or something by me? I don't know. Hope you haven't been. I don't block people. Unless you're really, really naughty. I mean, what's the kind of naughty thing you'd have to do to get blocked? I mean, if you say something mean, I'll just reply with something sassy in Japanese. So that's basically my response to trolling. It doesn't matter, it's your choice. Who's your favourite vegan activist? My favourite vegan activist is obviously myself, because obviously I'm just an arrogant person who called himself the vegan activist. Yeah, I think our favourite activist should always be ourselves. I'm going to say this like seeming like a joke, but actually becoming wisdom. Where it's very easy to compare ourselves to others. Like, for example, you can look at some of the people on YouTube who are really successful, you know, really popular, really you know, effective as well. For example, Earthling Ed is a really amazing guy. I used to be really good well, I am good friends with him. He's busy now, obviously, and I'm busy, but used to chat with him a lot. He's doing amazing things. But it's not really healthy for me to compare myself to him because we're just going on completely different paths. And anyone who's watching like the big YouTubers, and especially if you're not a social media person, it's very easy to think like, nice hair. Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, the hair. I need to have a haircut at some point, but this is bedhead hair, which is basically my constant hair, but it's fun. So essentially, like, our favorite activists should always just be ourselves. And okay, so this next question is a better thing. To be honest, I'd love to be like you. I think you're probably better than me, Summer. So don't have that. Just enjoy that. Whoever you are is as good as you can be, and you just got to keep doing that as much as you can, as beautifully as possible, and enjoy the process. But yeah, I think comparing ourselves to others. Would you fight Earthing Ed in a vegan MAA charity match for the animals? I'm not really into fighting, really. I don't really do the not like violence, but I'm not really into. Yeah, I haven't never really been capable of fighting people, really. I think I'm more capable with words than I am with my hands. Um, I don't think I'd fight Ed. I think it would just be too cute. I'd just give him a hug and be like, "It's okay, Ed," and then he'd tackle me to the ground and be like, "Yeah, you can take him." I could try, but he's tall. He's very tall. I'm a bit short, so it could be a bit difficult. I feel like Ed's one of those guys who'd use like a very logical approach, and he'd find my weaknesses and go for it. Whereas I'd just kind of like I'd try and find the compassion in him and loosen his sense of thinking he can win to the point where I can kind of like mind blow him into a place of uh, subservience. Is that a word? I know it is, but I don't know if it's appropriate. But do you have pets? Are they vegan or not? This is some good questions. I'm just taking my time with this. We're joined by such amazing things as a giant load of green tea. It's like half a litre, I think, and it's still a bit hot, but I encourage everyone to just enjoy things. I've made a goal in my life to make every moment. I'm going to share this just with everyone before I do comments too much, but to make every moment as cozy as possible. And like the key to making everything, I do like matcha. Yeah, matcha's powdered green tea. The key to making everything really cozy is to get to that point where all the things that are very uncomfortable and annoying and stressful, when you can find coziness in those, and like you have to kind of really do the stretch with your brain sometimes. I can think of a lot of examples of this. If you can find that coziness and comfort in the stressful things, um, then when everything's enjoyable, you've got like an extra sense of gratitude. And also, you're just always in a moment where you can always be happy and cozy. And if you're ever sacrificing that for any silly, like, pleasing society or for convenience or laziness, I think you can just always check yourself and just be like, am I as cozy as I could be? And then you just, like, be that. And I really like just, if anyone, there's a book about it. I had an old friend who, how do I say it? She had lots of wisdom. And, she used to, you must fight Earthling Ed before he gets a chance to talk. As soon as the bell rings, you leap on him, otherwise he'll use his power of persuasion to talk you out of it. Oh yeah, he'll be like, oh, it's okay, Michael, like, how would you feel if you were one of those animals? And I'd be like, ah, no, you're going to turn me vegan, Ed. What are you going to do? I'd be like, well, I turned you vegan. I was the one who birthed you. Yeah, people don't know that. Ooh, I'm creating, like, lies. Um, So basically, like, if you can be in like a peaceful space where you enjoy, then just every moment is going to be really nice. And then rather than it being like, oh, I had a good day or I had a bad day, it's like our life is just a big collection of moments, isn't it? Just like all these very tiny moments. And most people are spending those moments trying to escape, obviously with distractions, whether it's social media or anything really, trying to escape or just trying to like wait for the next thing that might bring them happiness. It's this kind of like living for the end of work. Like living for the Friday, living for the next kind of source of stimulation that will, in theory, bring you happiness. But for me, I don't really like that kind of way of life. I see it as like if right now can't be really really good, then my life probably isn't going to be really, really good. But if I can make right now really, really good, like all the time, then I'm going to have a really, really good day, and then I'm going to have a very good week, and then I'm going to have a very good year and life. So it's all about those very tiny things. And I've actually got to like a level of productivity where, and I'm sorry, this isn't particularly vegan related, but it's just kind of life stuff, isn't it? I want to get to like a level, well, I have got to a level of productivity where I don't like the term productivity, but I see it as like, if there's any task I have that I need to do or I want to do, if it takes anything more than about 5 minutes, more like preferably 2 minutes or 1 minute, then it's probably not worth me doing, and I need to break that down into something smaller. And I realized that through doing that, I think there was a book about that, like similar kind of concept, like Getting Things Done by maybe David Allen. I never read the book, but I think Michael Greger recommended it once, and then I kind of like read a synopsis of it and thought, oh, that's a good concept. I can kind of apply that without having to read the book, which is kind of what I've done a little bit. I guess it's time boxing. I don't really do it too strictly, but it's kind of fun. So essentially, like, just kind of do very small things and just get like a nice reward from that. It's good if you're trying to like achieve like a very difficult goal that's semi-impossible, like just breaking those very tiny things down. Same with animation. If anyone does like video editing or animation, you just need to focus on very tiny things rather than this big picture of. An animation takes a lot of very tiny things built up. Let's look back at the comments. Either make us some cake or it didn't happen. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but if you want to clarify, that would be nice. What's your favourite breakfast? Oh, these are very cute questions. Some of them are like really heavy. Doesn't matter, it's your choice. What's your favourite vegan activist? Myself, and I guess I'm inspired by all those activists who no one knows about, you know, like the silent activists who just get on with their life and just kind of enjoy the process of inspiring the world. And that could be you, you know. I'm inspired by you, whoever you are. If you're listening to this, I'm talking about you. Because you probably just do loads of stuff and you just. No one's going to sit there and pat you on the back because there's not necessarily people on the internet to be like, oh, you're great. Like, I mean, this situation right now is a bit of an ego stroke for me. It will reveal the secrets of the universe. Read comment before the one you are confused about. Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. I actually hate my life so much. Okay, I'm gonna get onto that in a bit. I'm not gonna. Ah, it's Chelsea. How's it going? It's the morning here, so I'm just kind of in peaceful drinking tea mode. There's been some good questions though, which I'll get into. Hopefully the combination of the audio and the video isn't too bad. Here we go. So this next question is. There's lots of them actually. I'm in London. Okay. That comment was deep about my sister. Okay. Favorite vegan activist. So this next question is quite nice. It's what's your favorite breakfast? So for me at the moment, I really enjoy a smoothie with lots of fruit. I love like green smoothies or pineapple juice and banana kind of smoothies. I try and put stuff like oats in there or berries. Flax seeds are good if I've got flax seeds. At the moment, I've got a big stock of flax seeds, so I'm kind of good on that. But flax seeds and I like porridge as well. If I've got some dates and raisins and some like maybe nice bananas or fruit to go with it, porridge is quite nice, as in oatmeal if you're in America. Breakfasts. Yeah, I think generally just I like something that's hydrating. I don't like anything that's really like too savoury or anything. I like some sugar in the morning is quite nice in the form of just snacking on fruit is good, isn't it? Do you ever have Japanese breakfasts? Yeah, I mean I've had some like I often have natto, which is fermented soybeans with this kind of bacteria culture that's good for your gut bacteria. I've run out of it now actually, so I can't have it right now. Otherwise I'd be eating it. But natto, I have that sometimes with rice, or just like leftovers. Sometimes miso soup. But really I prefer smoothies and fruit. Yeah, natto's great. That's like I had it before bed last night. So that's why I'm so full of calm amazingness, you know. How do you gain weight as a vegan? I'm underweight and my mum thinks it's because I'm vegan. I was underweight before becoming vegan. Yeah, so the weight thing, I mean, I'm not the best person to give you this advice because I eat, like, I mean, at the moment I'm eating a bit more clean and probably a bit less, especially when you live with someone who doesn't eat loads compared to you, as in like girls slash people who don't exercise, you know, like, well, if you live with a bodybuilder, you're going to end up eating more, whereas if you live with like a, um, someone who's on a diet, which isn't the situation for me, but like you just end up having more simple like salads and stuff rather than. So I'm kind of just eating fairly small, but I've never been really that good at gaining weight to be honest, because not that that's ever been a goal, but I eat loads. Like especially if I'm on my own, I eat a lot of food, and I'd say I'm fairly thin in comparison to most people. And it's always been one of those things where also I love your profile. It's like, Billy is my aesthetic. I love your profile picture. Okay. Well, I don't know which profile picture. Hmm. Ah, this is some good green tea. But yeah, the gaining weight thing, I guess just eat lots of fatty stuff like avocados, nuts, um, just lots of dense stuff like oats and dates and what kind of tea? It is sencha. Sencha with a bit of matcha. It's just like a standard cheap one I got from the supermarket, but sencha as in um, green tea leaves from Japan. Sencha. But yeah, eating. I guess just eat loads more and do a bit of exercise so you can kind of get more in you because that builds your appetite. Sunny Productions has given a good question about tea that I will spend many hours answering. Just want to say hi from New Zealand. Your voice is very calming. The gain weight question. So yeah, I guess just eat more, isn't it? And try and eat the dense stuff, and maybe just have a bit more junky foods that aren't too junky. Possibly like more like refined grains, maybe. Um, but I'm not that good with that because I only eat healthy whole foods rather than like I'm not. You won't see me eating like silly bags of crisps and stuff, which is something you can do, and there's lots of vegan options for that. But okay, hi from New Zealand. How's it going? Beans help you gain weight. Oh, that's good. Beans, yeah, I eat a lot of beans. Um, the fuck am I doing here? I'm just enjoying a live stream. Sorry. I became vegan after watching one of your first videos. So glad I did. Thanks for all your information. I appreciate what I've learned from you. Thanks, Shelley. I'm interested to hear what that video was so I can make more of those. Don't eat beans. Beans are sentient. Okay. Are they sentient or are they not? Sentient beings. Oh, beings. There's some kind of jokes are going on. I'm just kind of gonna like let you be the funny person. I became vegan after watching what other video. Yay! I'm in time for the live show. I mean, this has become like a weekend thing now, hasn't it? I have no idea what sentient means. Sentient is to do with having the ability to kind of like perceive the world around you and experience emotions that kind of ground you into this world stronger than like you know, because like for example everything in a sense has, like I said, like these headphones have, is this earthing Ed as in me? I'm not earthing Ed, no. I don't know what earthing Ed's doing right now. He's probably asleep, just like drinking whiskey and just like hitting the bed. That's what he does. These headphones are technically like, they have like an energy frequency as such, I guess. There's something to these, but they're just like a bunch of atoms kind of clumped together rather than having like a central nervous system with pain and like thoughts, you know. So sentience is quite a complicated thing to think about, but animals are sentient, humans are sentient, plants have like a kind of a certain awareness, but I don't think that's really sentience. Having a conscience and having the ability to perceive what's around you. Yeah, that's a good way of explaining it. For the live show, I was with one of my friends who is a meat eater, and we were having dinner, and it was just steak. I just went to the fridge and got an apple, but I rather eat just an apple than meat. That's a good point. I think that's the thing. Like, Ed drinks whiskey. I'm sorry. I'm creating all this drama around Ed. Maybe he does. I don't know. He might drink whiskey. Who knows? No, I love Ed. That's not a dig at Ed. I just feel like it's funny just to imagine people's lives, isn't it? How did you come to live in Tokyo? I could tell that story. Yeah, that's a good story. I will do in a minute. Who's Ed? Ah, he's a guy on the internet who does vegan videos. I think he does some speeches as well, occasionally. Great guy. Very lovely. I just feel like I don't know who anyone is other than Ed anymore. He is amazing. Yeah. I'm sorry. Ed is the meanest damn vegan in the world, yeah. Yeah, I am. One sec. Became vegan after watching one of his videos. Who is your favourite vegan inspiration? Yeah, probably Ed. Ed's great. To be honest, I'd like to be like you. Be who you want to be, and then you'll be amazing. Show us Japan through your eyes sometime. Japan through your eyes. What do you mean by that exactly? I mean, obviously, I'm going to be making Japan-related videos, and that's kind of happening anyway. Oh yeah, he has a good series. How did your family react to going vegan? Okay, so that's a good question. Generally, they just thought it was a bit weird and crazy and extreme. There were some arguments that happened, and then my mum was kind of just a bit worried that it would either be expensive or that it would be unhealthy, and that it just would be inconvenient. But then I kind of just didn't let her fear get in my way and went for it, and then she's vegan now. So that's, to answer the other question, most of my family are vegan now, thanks to just me being a whiny vegan activist who talks about everything from a place of love and understanding. Japan through your eyes. Through my eyes, Japan is a conflicted nation full of creativity and busyness. Too much busyness in Japan. Everyone's just on their way to something that's not really important, but they've been sort of brainwashed into thinking it's important. But I could insult Japan a lot, but I'm actually going to be very respectful about Japan as a country and like just as everything, you know. Do you read slash speak Japanese? Yeah, I do. Not very well, but I can get by. And I'm obviously just constantly improving. I'm spending about like 10 hours a day doing Japanese related stuff. In the form of like getting lots of input through listening to things, through either like writing out the kanji, the Chinese characters, or through. I've really started what I'm doing is, rather than, for anyone who's interested in the language thing, rather than looking up new words that I come across or like new things in a Japanese to English dictionary, I've started looking up Japanese words that I've not heard before in a Japanese to Japanese dictionary, so I understand the Japanese definitions of new Japanese words. It's extremely time consuming and I'm not very good yet, but it's really helpful. For example, like there's some words and concepts in Japan that don't really have direct English translations and can't really be understood by English people. So the Japanese explanations of things is really interesting. It's kind of like getting to the core of what things are. Because if you can understand the way of explaining things that you can't even remember the name for, which is what we do in English, like in our native languages all the time. So if I'm thinking of this deep concept, or even a simple like, oh, what's the name of that vehicle that has four wheels and goes on the road, and then you're like, oh, a car, and I'm like, oh yeah, car, of course. Doing that is a really good way of getting good at a language, I think, in my opinion, from the perspective of someone who's not particularly good at his second language. But it's only been about a year, so I'm just kind of going with it. I think just the more you do, the more time you enjoy things and spend time with anything, you're going to get good. Oh, this like chat isn't letting me go down. Why is that? Let's try this again. It's kind of fun. My teachers are going to make the cut open. Oh, see about this. Hopefully this will let me go up. So I haven't, they won't let me go any more up, so I'm going to just let that happen. Do you ever have Japanese breakfast? Why are you so amazing? From Summer. Um, I am amazing because I take every moment as being all that exists in the world. So I feel like if what I am and who I am and where I'm at and what I'm doing isn't amazing, then for the rest of my life I'm just going to be drowning in the mediocrity of fear, you know, and not believing in myself. So I feel like if I can just believe in myself right now, then things are going to keep getting better. And that's why I'm so amazing. Do you ever have Japanese breakfast? Yeah. What's your favourite non-dairy milk? Mine's oat milk. For sure, oat milk, actually. Yeah, oat milk is my favourite. I make it homemade just with blending up oats, usually. Natto's good. I love oat milk. I love your profile picture. I'm not sure which one you mean, but thanks. Let's just get on this. Me too, it's hard for me to gain weight. Join the club. What kind of tea? Green tea always. I have hojicha, which is hojicha roasted green tea. I love tea. What's your favourite tea? Mine's lemon tea. Let's talk about tea. I love green teas of all kinds. There's genmaicha, which is brown rice tea. Brown rice and green tea kind of mixed together. And then sometimes they put sorghum seeds, I think, whatever they are. I bought one in England once that had that. I don't know if it's an actual thing, but I love matcha. Matcha is powdered green tea, which you can have, like, you put it in food as well. Matcha's good. I love mugicha, which is barley tea, is quite nice. I like cold tea, which is good. I love rooibos tea. I don't really like English black tea. I don't really have caffeinated teas too much. I like peppermint tea, chamomile tea. Nettle tea is one of my favourites for sure. And also, what other teas do I like? Corn tea is quite nice. If anyone's ever had corn tea, I have some. I bought it in Korea actually. Yes, that's a good question. Beans help you gain weight. Mixed beans. I have no clue what sentient means. Is this Earthling Ed? Yes, this is Earthling Ed. We're all Earthling Ed, really, aren't we? It's strange, but in food I just don't like the flavour. I mean, sometimes, but I like things with no taste and don't know why though. Okay, yeah, plain foods is the best, I think. We're a bit too overstimulated with salt and sugar and flavourings and even spices, you know. It's nice to just live comfortably with all the simplicity of everything. Um, I'm just like watching myself on this, like slower. It's just fun. My sister put milk in my oat milk, but she also put real cheese in my vegan cheese. That's a bit horrible. Ed drinks whiskey. Who knows what he drinks? How did you come to live in Tokyo? So I essentially had like a passion for Japan in general, just through a bit of the culture stuff. Like I was into Japanese tea and some Japanese films and anime and all that kind of loosely and music and things like that. So I thought, oh, I know, I'll just do something good for the world. Like, you know, the English-speaking world's doing a good job with veganism. See how Japan's doing, as well as China and Korea and those kind of areas, because why not? So I started learning Japanese, had fun with it, made some friends, thought, oh, I should travel because I've got some. I can say, hello, nice to meet you. I'm Michael and I like tea. Please be my friend. I could say that, and I was like, well, I'm so fluent in Japanese that I might as well just go to Japan and just like live life. So this was last year, and I did do that. I was going to be there for like a month or two. Had so much fun. I had to stay for 6 months somehow until they kicked me out. Because you can stay 6 months as an English person. I think that he shouldn't be a teacher. I don't know who you're talking about, but people are talking about craziness. So yeah, I had lots of fun, met some interesting people, got involved in the vegan community. My big long term plan has always been to just make a big epic vegan documentary in Japanese about Japan, which is being made right now. And the reason why I'm doing lots of live streams is mostly just because I'm putting lots of time into stuff that I can't just show straight away, and it's like requires patience. And I want to just kind of keep on YouTube because the algorithms for YouTube are a bit silly now, and it's all a bit like I don't really care about the views and stuff, but it's a bit silly the way I don't know. I think it's all kind of based on very clickbaity. It's not the best platform in my opinion anymore, but the video I made you was a drawing I drew of you. Oh wow. I will check that out for sure. Hang on. All these questions. I love these weekend live shows. Yeah, me too. Sentient beings. Yep. Sentient basically means my sister put milk in my oat milk. That's not good. Drink whiskey. Who's Ed? Who isn't Ed? Are you gonna make more vegan academy videos? Yeah, I will, but it's just a case of I think it was just one of those things where at the time I wanted to just make it really amazing, and then my perfectionism got in the way, rather than just kind of going for it. And then I had loads of really amazing plans, and then those plans, I just kind of felt like it wasn't really a thing that enough people really wanted, necessarily at the time, for me to kind of like put all my time into it, and I had other things that I wanted to do. So I will go back to that. It's just a case of different projects now, and because I was just doing the planning for going to Japan around that time. Join the club. What kind of tea? Favorite non-deal milk. Why are you so amazing? Is your family vegan? Do you struggle? Most of my family are. The ones that aren't, we've had arguments, but now we're okay. Vegan Academy. Anyone who actually wants. Whoa! I've run out of battery soon. Yeah, this is good. One sec. Put this in. This is good. If aliens are here, Ed is one of them. Oh yeah. He has a whole series about comebacks. I'm totally against classroom dissection. Do you know anything I can do to avoid this? I'm quite certain that I will need to dissect animals in university. See, university is one big sham in my opinion. I could really grill the university experience, but sometimes it's like necessary. But me personally, I would just like protest to get, not protest, but like not actually get involved in it, and just say I can't do this for ethical reasons. It's like 1 a.m. here, but my guinea pigs are weaking, so I can't sleep. Oh, guinea pigs, say hello to my. The TF am I doing here? I feel like I haven't got all of your comments, and some of them have disappeared now, and I'm a bit. I feel bad that I'm not taking you seriously. Science Works Week. What am I gonna do? I feel like you're having a mild breakdown on my live stream. Really, just be really simple and calm about it, and just be like, "Hey, unfortunately, have a wonderful day slash night." Oh, okay, yeah, you too. Hope to see you again soon. Talk to the secretary. How long have you been vegan? I've been vegan 7 years. I'm that amazing. Japan is beautiful. What should I say to my teacher? Just say like I have ethical reasons why I don't. How is the science scene in Japan? Science scene I don't know about. I don't even know if I know. Yeah, I do. What's the word for science in Japan? Is it like kagaku? Something like that. I don't know. It's not a word I've ever used, but I know the kanji for it, but I forget how it is. Shouldn't get away with that. My sister's grabbing my arm. Japan is beautiful. What should I say to my teacher? I can speak Japanese a bit. Yeah, so here we go. More questions. Sorry about this. I'll be back. Have a wonderful night. She's gone. What process did you go through to move to Japan? I haven't really moved to Japan. I'm just here temporarily. Basically, like at the moment, I'm just kind of chilling. But I'm probably going to be here for a year while I make this documentary. With a working holiday visa, but that hasn't been finalised, so I don't know. If you want to live in Japan, just marry a Japanese person. That's the reality of it. And our marriage is will be announced soon. I'll make a video about it. Oh, amazing vegan Japanese wedding. I'm joking about this. Um, I think that's all the good questions, which is good. I'm going to take a moment to let. If anyone has a question that I didn't answer or respond to, then feel free to um, ask it again. Your podcasts are helpful. Whoops. I know what you meant there, Ariana. I'm happy because I've actually been trying to do podcasts every day. I haven't uploaded them all every day, but I don't know if anyone actually listens to them. So someone saying they listen to my podcast makes me feel happy. The podcasts are amazing. Have you been listening to the recent ones? Because some of the recent ones are like nice and peaceful. It's just me in this room with like a little microphone, just being like, "Hello guys, I'm going to talk about something. So let's ramble about how I'm going to talk about it for like 2 hours, and then I'll talk about it." Do they have a fun vegan scene there? Yeah, people are very cute and fun. Everything is quite playful. There's a bit of angry people, and I don't get involved in the angry people. It's kind of got like a real nice organic-y youngness to the movement, I think, where everything's a bit like, to find a vegan is quite special still, rather than like, oh, there's vegans everywhere, like in London. So I think because of that, there's like a cuteness to it all. Can I listen to a podcast on Spotify? What's the name? So the podcast's only on iTunes and SoundCloud. I don't know how to get them on Spotify, but if you know how to do that, feel free to either email me or let me know now. I like Radiohead. I'm not sure what Radiohead is, but I assume that's a podcast or a band. Was there a band called Radiohead, or was that Radio? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know that much about modern music. What were these questions? Yeah, if anyone listens to I do loads of podcasts and I just ramble for like an hour or two. So if anyone wants to listen to them, I'll try and leave a link when I upload this. Because I want everyone to listen to my podcasts because it's just me sharing the intimacy, but with no one asking questions. So I just let my own thing. Podcasts are good. Do you play any musical instruments? I do. I play piano and a little bit of flute and violin, and I sing. Vegan activist sings live. What should I sing? No, I'm not going to sing right now because I need my karaoke. I could make that happen actually. YouTube. How do I do YouTube? Just shot. Nah, let's not sing. Do you know what dubstep is? Of course I know what dubstep is. I don't listen to it, but I know what it is. But yeah, I play piano and do a bit of singing. I'm basically just the karaoke king. Karaoke is karaoke. I don't like saying karaoke because it sounds really weird. Oh, that song is amazing. The Jan Pearson. I can't pronounce the name of that song, but I love it. I never actually played that. Oh, I play ukulele and keyboard. Same with melodica. You're Japanese. Does Japanese fluoridate their tap water? That's a really good question that I am gonna think about in a minute. Instruments, yeah, I've got a bit of instruments. Your podcasts are amazing. Do they have a full vegan scene there? Tokyo especially, yeah, there's and Osaka and probably Kyoto. Obviously the rural area is more quiet, but then it's the same with everywhere, isn't it? Yeah, there's a nice vegan scene. Just lovely people, nice meetups. I went to a vegan festival like a week or two ago, and that was really beautiful. There was like vegan talks, there was vegan food, there was like a little vegan hangout meetup place, and I was like helping with that. Fresh, they're like enjoying everything, going oishi, delicious. Have you tried takoyaki? Takoyaki 食べたことないんだけど、ビーガンのたこ焼き食べたい。I'd like to try. It's basically like takoyaki's octopus balls. For anyone who doesn't know what takoyaki is, octopus taco, and it's obviously very gross. It's like deep fried octopus balls. Is that working? So I've not eaten that from like the kind of traditional point of view, but you can make your own takoyaki with plant stuff like mushrooms or something. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I'm probably gonna make a video when I make it. Tonight I'm making ramen. I'm gonna make it. Ah, I love life. I'm so happy, everyone. Can everyone just take a moment to just enjoy how happy I am? Um, I'm making this. If anyone's ever been to in Japan, this place called Teas Tantan. Basically, there's a recipe for the Teas Tantan ramen that we've cracked how to make, and I'm gonna be making so much of that tonight. There's a few ingredients I need to get, but I might put it on somewhere like Instagram or maybe the YouTube thing. But do you play any musical instruments? Yep, I do. Takoyaki. So yeah, I'm gonna try and make a vegan takoyaki, which is deep fried octopus balls, but made with plants. Who is your favorite singers? To be honest, I don't really get into singers. I mean, I like a bit of what's it called? Japanese singers now. I like my favorite songs. I mean, usually I don't get into singers. I get into songs, because some singers have lots of songs I don't like or ones I do, and it's like that. But I always liked Radwimps. They sing in Kimi no Nawa, Your Name, where it's all like kind of how I almost want to pull that up. YouTube, Kimi no Nawa. 二人の間通り過ぎた風は Sparkle's a fun one. Let's try and play that. Who put that? Oh wait, that probably won't work. Forget that. So yeah, I listen to lots of Japanese songs. Red Wimps is good. Also, there's a song called Ito, which is has a special significance to me. Ito is all about string, because that word means string. It's like about this. So in Japan, there's this traditional thing about there's this red string of fate. I have some red string somewhere. Let me find it. I forget that. Red string of fate, which is the idea that like people are connected through red string, and it kind of ties the world together. And it's hard because I think I was reading about it in Japanese and then translating that is confusing. But it's this kind of romantic way of thinking that people are connected. If you watch any anime or films or anything that's from Japan, you'll notice a lot of like red string symbology, which is really beautiful. And there's a song called Ito by some random lady, and it's been sung by lots of people. I heard it while with a friend while they were busking in Shinjuku, and then from that day I really love the song. It's like it's all about just kind of like this cuteness of being connected with people. And I mean the translation of the Ito song is um, like you're it's like romantic. It's like you're the string that's going up, I'm the string that's going this way, horizontal. um, and together we can make clothes that will keep people who are cold warm. It's all about how like if we connect together, whoever you and me are, we can do things that will help the world, and it's just really beautiful. なぜ巡り合うのかを私たちは何も知らない。 French songs. Yeah, listening to songs is a great way of getting into another language, isn't it? Gaz Oakley. Let's take a moment for Gaz. I love Gaz. Gaz like he's my stock footage guy. But dubstep, I know what it is, but I don't like it. Listen to my podcast. It's the Vegan Activist Podcast. Type Vegan Activist Podcast, you'll find it. It's probably linked on my YouTube channel as well. Do Japanese fluoridate their tap water? Let's find out. I don't think they do. I drink tap water now. Japan fluoride water. Maybe I need to ask this in Japanese. I assume the word for fluoride is just like fluoride, fluoride, or something like that. Fluoridation, my country. Do Japanese government support fluoridation? Fluoride in Japanese toothpaste. Why doesn't Japan use community water fluoridation? They allow a bit of water fluoridation, but I think they've they've avoided it mostly, so that's good. I try and avoid the fluoride thing. I don't really know that much about fluoride. I'm just a bit cautious of it because of random conspiracy videos I watch. Gaz Oakley, let's give some love to Gaz. He's just got like a good camera crew, isn't it? And he's just like he's just like a very cute, lovely Welsh guy who you can just kind of like fangirl over a bit. And everyone knows the vegan community needs that. Deep fried octopus balls. Have you tried magic mushrooms? People always ask these the shroom questions. I don't know. Has anyone had any experiences with magic mushrooms? So magic mushrooms are psilocybin mushrooms containing the psilocybin which breaks down into psilocin in our body, and these enter us into altered states of consciousness which can expand our mind and give us spiritual, uh, somewhat enlightened experiences slash ideas. And many people report out of body experiences and even visions. Magic mushrooms are considered illegal in most countries, but I'm not reading anything. This is just what it always says, isn't it? Have I experienced psilocybin mushrooms? I have, um, and they've been very beautiful experiences that have been very safe and um, full of lots of beautiful wisdom and remembering things that I didn't realize I'd forgotten. Um, they're illegal, so only consuming them in countries where they're considered legal, and um, and always consume things if you're going to very safely and responsibly. So that's my talk about shrooms out of the way. Um, I'm gonna get banned on YouTube now. Um, I mean, to be honest, the psychedelics conversation is something I'm really interested in because it's one of those. I think it's like another level of veganism. This isn't me saying that you have to. And also calling psychedelics in the form of like the plant forms of psychedelics, like so like for example ayahuasca, psilocybin mushrooms, peyote, like the mescaline from the cacti. These have like very ancient spiritual traditions that are quite beautiful and full of a lot of what I say is full of like a lot of information and a lot of connectedness to the earth, or like with the case of mushrooms to like beyond the earth, you know. So I think all of that stuff is worth us kind of taking seriously and considering. But I don't think those experiences for everyone. Most people probably aren't ready for that kind of level of deepness. I think people are very silly and irresponsible and chase a lot of distractions, and um, I think using the psychedelic experience as like a way of distracting yourself or escaping is never a good idea. Um, but I think these experiences have a lot of value in society, and the fact that they've been demonized by like the governments is actually quite sad because a lot of people believe that. I think calling things like psilocybin mushrooms like a drug is majorly part of the problem of seeing it as like we compare psilocybin to like cocaine or heroin when really they're completely different experiences. Not that I've experienced heroin, but I think it's just a case of TF. Am I doing here is having a breakdown about his sister cooking sausages. So I'm sorry, but um, yeah, I think it's just one of those things where we should be open-minded and realize that the things we've been told aren't necessarily true, and there's different ways of finding out those truths. Are shrooms like a mild version of LSD? In my opinion, I think LSD is like a mild version of shrooms, but that's from the perspective of someone who's never ever consumed any illegal substances ever. So I don't know. But I heard on some blog somewhere that it's probably quite similar. Just to kind of maybe shrooms are more kind of earthy and grounded in kind of what are they called, like more worldly and kind of naturey, whereas what's it called? Lysergic acid. Is it lysergic acid diethylmide? LS, something like that. LSD. It's obviously a synthesized compound. But don't take drugs, kids. It will kill you and make you crazy like me. So that was a long question. I think we should just be open-minded about things and just look after ourselves. That's probably why the Buddhists use red string around the neck while on retreat. Yeah, for sure. The red string thing is quite a big symbology thing. Mushrooms are communicators, for sure. Who was it that asked that question? Who asked the question on the mushrooms? That was someone called Carnus Christ, yeah. Hopefully people on this stream are open-minded and aren't going to see it as like, don't promote drugs, we want to be here for the vegan education. I'm just here to share life. Sebastian's back. Oh, how's it going, Sebastian. I'll call you by your name. I can listen to my okay, I want to listen to a ukulele summer. You're welcome, I like this video. Yeah. I jumped off my high bed, hit my dog, and I bit my lip because it hurt now. No. Hola, mi llamo Ariana, tengo dos perros. Me gusta los animales y la naturaleza. See, look, I became fluent in Spanish through reading Ariana's comment. Yo también muy así. I don't know Spanish. You can always get better. I literally had 3 years learning Spanish, but I sit next to my crush, so I don't listen that much. I think we get very good at the languages that we just like go really into. Like if you live in a country, you just end up getting very good at that language because it's just you're in this immersive environment. I think generally like the way of learning languages through like textbooks and classes isn't really that effective for people like me. I think just like going into an immersive environment where we just simulate how children learn languages is probably the best way. But then I've not got good at any languages yet, so I don't know. Maybe we should just study and bore ourselves to death. I think the more you can make everything you do enjoyable, everything is going to be better, I think. You can spend as much time as possible. Lysergic acid diethylmide. Very nice. So let's talk about things. If anyone feel free to share experiences if you have any kind of insights on the drug stuff, you know. I love learning Spanish because my teacher is so passionate about his job. See, actually, like learning a language when someone like really loves it too. I could teach Japanese. Well, I couldn't. If I was good at Japanese, I could teach Japanese and really teach people to appreciate all the beauty of the language. But yeah, it's all just a case of, are you vegan? Am I vegan? That's a real good question. I consider myself vegan, but I don't see vegan as like a state of I'm a vegan. It's more a kind of a process and a journey we go on. It's like the vegan journey. I feel like I should just, rather than being the vegan activist, I should be called the vegan journey. It's probably someone called that though. The vegan journey is constantly reflect on the world around me and my involvement in it, and see if there's anything that I'm doing that is causing harm unnecessarily, and if there's anything that I can reflect on and change about my actions that will create ripple effects that will be good for the world. So that's what I'm about. So I'm doing that. But labels are silly anyway. You shouldn't get too caught up in the labels. How long are you in Japan for? Which cities are you exploring? So for now, I'm just exploring. I'm just living in Tokyo, which is a bit unfortunate because I'm really just here because of convenience, and it's not really that lovely. It's just something a bit like a London or just any sort of capital city. Veganism is a path of knowledge. Is anyone else a Youngblood fan? Hello, I'm Youngblood. How's it going? It's like Manchester man, maybe. I don't know. Youngblood, or maybe Korean? Young Chinese? I don't know. How long were you in Japan for? Which cities are you exploring? That city was so accurate. Oh, okay. I don't know who Youngblood is though, but yeah. I think what am I saying? He's northern. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've lived in Manchester briefly. So I guess I want to go to Kyoto. There's a vegany festival around Golden Week time, which is April. So I'm going to be going to uh, Okinawa around then. So but that's just my Golden Week, you know. So I'll be doing cute, adorable um, connection time. Um, People are speaking French. Hey, I'm into this. Everyone speak the languages that they can. Maybe I should write something. All right. Watashi wa vegan activist des. Yeah. Fluent in Japanese. Para des. Desu. Says. That mug is bigger than my future. You know, this mug is bigger than. I got this for free yesterday. Do you know what I did? I went to this lady who is moving out of Tokyo and just got all of her stuff for free. I got loads of plants, and I got loads of like cutlery and spices. She had loads of spices and lentils and chickpeas, and we just grabbed them for free. So I'm now stocked up based on a lady who was just moving out and had too much junk. But I'm a minimalist. I only own the things I can fit in my backpack and a laptop bag. So I'm not going to own anything else. This stuff is just for like house, but that accent was accurate. How long have you been? Which expert? I don't really know. Japan's just what it is, isn't it? I'm going to see where I go. Ask me anything about that. I'm an Aspie, so I have special interest. Interested, yeah. That mug is bigger than my future. Oh, Michael me partage avec ce vidéo magnifique. Oh, you think my videos are great. The thing that's good about European languages is you can just infer the meaning really easily. With Japanese, I had to spend like a year and a half to be able to do that kind of contextual inferring of things. To just kind of get that like basic reading and hearing the sounds. Whoa, Sebastian's written something wise. Brother runs in my room. Nani? Nani? Nani kore? Nani sore? Or, no, I'm not going to say. Kuso. Kuso means shit. Ooh, in Japanese. Which is something I'd never say, but it's really hard to like insult. Well, no, it isn't. The way you insult people in Japanese is just be like not polite when you should be polite. Just like, omae wa dare da? That mug is bigger than my future. Brother runs the room. Life is filled with inaccuracies and lies, but through effort you can find the truth. It's pretty good. Everyone's speaking French. Bonjour, je m'appelle Michael. Michael? No, that's... I don't know. こんにちは、マイケルと申します。よろしくお願いします。ヴィーガンです。See? ペラペラだよ。Tea's really nice, isn't it? In the documentary you're working on about veganism, yeah, it is. It's about veganism. It's going to be not just about veganism though. Let's think about this in like a really. I like to build lots of mystery around my projects, but really, I want to celebrate Japan through a lot of respect, not kind of pointing fingers and throwing shame. I want to celebrate the beauty of Japan whilst exploring how creativity as well as just kind of cultural diversity meshes with new ideas and new experiences and new information, and how the influence of traveling in the West is having different impacts on Japan, whether that be good or bad, and how veganism is one of those impacts. And without us being able to really do anything about it, vegan globally, and is going to spread to Japan, and it is spreading to Japan very quickly. In with more aggressive campaigns to boost the sort of demand that they're going to supply as a result of the failing and declining dairy consumption in the West. As a result of all of that campaigning, the rising vegan community will be growing, more and more powerfully and more passionately, creating more events, more activism campaigns, producing more information and more artistic works in the form of videos and podcasts. And it's already happening. And for people who don't speak Japanese, you can't see it, but I want to bridge the gap between the West and Japan and create the vegan story and the vegan dialogue that hasn't been documented as much as it should be, and show people that this growing, beautiful vegan community in Japan, this movement of passionate people from all walks of life, just showing that that's something that we need to be looking at. And just like how the growth of the London vegan community has been really beautiful in the last sort of like 5-10 years, it's a similar kind of thing happening in Japan. So that's going to be what I'm exploring. Hopefully you got some of that. I'm in England. What's your favourite documentary? I don't cuss because people who cuss a lot don't know what to say, so I don't cuss. So I can have a bigger vocabulary. That's a really good way of thinking about it. Yeah, I don't swear either, really. I like to just use beautiful words, like everything. I want to go to Japan, but I have a phobia of planes and heights and crowded spaces and closed spaces with people I don't know. Yeah, don't do Japan then. But maybe just overcome those obstacles in yourself if you really want to do it. Quebecers vocabulary is 90% cussing. What's your favourite documentary? Documentaries that have moved me. I don't know. I don't think there is a documentary that I can really just point to and be like, that changed my life. So yeah, I'm going to make that documentary. I wondered if maybe you want to talk about your project. Keep the mystery. Sounds awesome. So much wisdom in a young person. People think I'm young, but I'm actually 76. I'm just a bit older than you realise. Yeah. 76. Where are you? I am right here, right now, and in Tokyo. I'm in an area called, should I tell that? I'm near Meguro. Meguro Eki no Chikaku. Around the Meguro area. Somewhere there. But you can find me if you... You're not 76. I mean, I'm 76 in October, so I'm almost 76. I'm 75 at the moment, but one day I'll be big boy. Hey, you don't know where I'm at. My mind is a bit crazy. Han Solo is 76. I bet he is. Hey, everyone's calling me out on my lies. Oh no. Do you watch Peaceful Cuisine on the tube? On the London Underground, I don't. But you a big boy? Oh, I'm a very big boy. Yeah, I watch Peaceful Cuisine. I'm now gonna start using his YouTube as a form of getting nice camera footage for stock footage purposes. But so thanks. What's he called? Ryuchi? Ryochi? Ryori? Ryoma? Ryomu? Something like that. Ryori means cooking. Ryori. Mainichi ryori suru. I cook every day. What's the most powerful novel you've ever read? I really liked Ryoko. Ryoko. Powerful novels. I loved The Alchemist as I was growing up. I liked The Four Agreements, and I also I like The Five Love Languages. That's a cute. It's not a novel, but that's like a cute book that like has helped me be a better person, I think. You know, I don't know. I don't feel particularly moved by any novels or books at the moment. Grandpa Michael. Yeah, I'm just everyone's grandpa. I've been a very bad boy. I'm a very bad boy too. I'm a big boy and a bad boy. Oh, be vegan act voluntarily. This is Osu. Osu. I like him. I'm a bad boy. I'm just a 1-year-old. Dodai. Chatto matte. I'm just a 1-year-old. I am the new Shakespeare, says every person in my school. I'm not sure what that is about, but it's cool. Um, love you, man. I'ma leave a like. Yeah, thanks for all the likes. Likes don't really do anything for me, but I feel like they probably do something for the platform of YouTube that helps me promoting veganism better, so do that. I like V for Vendetta. Flowers of... Yeah. Oh, To Kill a Mockingbird's good. That's like one of those things you study in school. Greetings from Vienna. どうだいお茶を飲んでる。うん。煎茶だ。美味しいよ。V Vendetta. I put vegan butter, a disgusting one, in my sister's butter to get her back for... I feel like you're full of a lot of revenge. TF am I doing here? I feel like you should just let go and give her a hug. Give her a big kiss on the cheek and be like, I love you, sis. That's what I'd do. Chew. Cheers, ciao. Chew. Chew is a word for kiss in Japan. Chew. Bit like Pikachu. Pikachu. Pika is like the idea of like electric sounds, isn't it? Striving for perfection is impossible. Wait, Sebastian's just given us all the wisdom. She nearly broke my leg. Hey, you need to learn to love her. Give her a kiss. Striving for perfection is impossible. Always aiming to improve is entirely possible. Don't stop striving to improve. Keep going, and you can make it to your goals. Thanks, Sebastian. I had a mud fight with my cousin yesterday. Oh, a mud fight. That's like what pigs do, isn't it? I feel like I'm getting hungry and I might end this fairly soon, but yeah. If anyone has any important questions, I can do that, but 今日も、おスパークル。はい。おちょっと待って。ピカ、ピカピカ光る to sparkle. That's what that is, isn't it? I had that explained to me like a couple days ago. Pika pika. Pika pika. Hikaru? Hikaru. There's that also the twinkle star, it's like I listened to that earlier when I was trying to sleep. Hey, yakatta. Be vegan, act voluntarily. Oh, I was going to say. Oh, I've got cool sketchbooks now, actually. This is pretty cool. I'll show you everyone. I got these for free. Sketchbook and this one. Vivian, I haven't actually gone on my emails for so long. I haven't checked. I'm sorry. Let me do it right now. I can probably access my emails. I've just been plugging myself into like... Hang on, one sec. I have to sign in. I'll do it right now and then I can read your thing. Oh, yeah. I'll have to... Oh, wait. No, wait. I can do it on my phone. Voila. Voila. Let me read your thing. I'll read it live. I won't read it live, but I'll like try and find it. It'll be from you, so if I... Just going on the emails now. My phone's in Japanese mode, look. It's cute. Look at that. Everyone's happy about it. Be vegan active. Be vegan. Oh, there you are. Anonymous. Maybe it's not working. Be vegan. Thanks. Sorry everyone. Hopefully this is just trying to deal with my life. I feel like, I don't know, be vegan. Act. Too many emails. Do you know what happened that was really cute? I look forward to a documentary. I had some random guy who everyone knows about the vegan stickers that I've talked about a lot. Um, some random guy saw my stickers on his bus at school or wherever he was going, and he emailed me being like, "Hey, I'm not vegan and I don't know anything about it, but one of your stickers was on my bus," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Um, and then he said, what's it called? He said, I read it and it said something about the egg industry, like how they grind up baby male chicks. And he was like, why would they do that? Can you please explain? And I just sat and explained it to him for a little bit. And going now, thanks for the nice live stream. Yeah, I'm going to go too. Thanks for the nice live stream. Sorry, yeah. And I just responded to him. And he was like, after a back and forth, he was like, oh, this is really helpful. I think I'm going to go vegan now. And I was like, すごい, すごいね. I can't find your email. My internet's really bad at the moment. Oh wait, there you are. Ah, here we go. Ooh. Ooh, マイケルさん。どうだい？本当に忙しそうだ、そうね。そうがですね。Wait, I won't read it in front of you. But what did you study? I didn't go to university. I studied life. I quit university and studied life, and now I'm a genius thanks to life. I think all the like genius people. If you want to look at my sketches, this is called the empty space. Took a lot of thought to actually create this one. It's all about kind of like going into that empty place inside of us. And then I'm going to show you the other one. This one's called confusion. It's quite good. And then I'll just show you the third one. This one's called nothingness. There you go. Modern art. So done. Gotta go by. Yeah, sorry, I'm now just getting pointless, but thanks everyone for joining. 見てくれてありがとうございます。Please see me again. Looking at the blank paper makes you have so many creative ideas to put on the page. I know. Oh, you're a good artist, aren't you? I will check out your channel. Maybe tonight. Not tonight, this morning. The time is now 11, so that means onaka suita. That means I'm getting hungry. I'm going to buy natto and just eat it probably, and then maybe have some leftover lentils from yesterday. And then I'm going to make some ramen and drink the rest of this tea. And I also kind of need the toilet. Oshiko shijou. Oshiko? Oshiko. Wee wee. Oshiko suru. I'm gonna wee. All those funny words, isn't it? Like unko. Unko means poop in Japanese. Unko. Anyway, see you again soon. Thanks for joining.